Hey, this is Derek with the Make a Fun Island podcast. I'm here with Craig Bruder, who is an ambassador, marketing expert, business development guy for Vault.Fan, which is an incredible app for musicians. Although I think, Craig, we can use this for almost anything, right?
Yeah, that's right. So mainly it's designed for musicians. We have had like athletes experiment and other verticals and live showcases and events. So there's a lot that could be built on top of this.
Okay, so just take me from the ground up. Like, what is the app? Who do you guys make it for? And what can we do with it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll start with the people behind this. Our CEO and our CPO, Nigel Eccles and Rob Jones, they come from a background scaling consumer applications. So formerly they co-founded FanDuel, where they were CEO and CPO there, and they scaled it up to $1 billion company. And when they exited, they got really interested in sort of the creator economy landscape, and especially when it comes to crypto. So
Mm-hmm.
they built various iterations of products and ultimately landed on Vault. So they believe that with their background with FanDuel, they were able to come into this market and really build something with powerful UI, UX. So here comes Vault, where Vault is a Web3 native music platform that's live on iOS and Android. Um, and on Vault, musicians can create what we call a vault, which is essentially a token gated time capsule. This could include music and rich multimedia content.
Mm-hmm.
So this includes anywhere from photos, videos, MP3s, full EPs, albums. The app has a native in-app player. Um,
Oh,
so
that's cool. I didn't know
musician
that.
go, yeah. So a musician, comes along. They create this vault. They set how many keys exist. Those keys itself are NFTs, so there's exclusivity there, and how many exists, the scarcity there, and they set the initial price. And this is really served best around musician hype cycles such as a tour, a gig, a new EP drop, album, where they could kind of create this like album plus, tour plus, etc. experience where they could put in that rich multimedia behind the scenes, master classes, first listens, attach it to merch, etc.
Awesome. Yeah, and I've helped some musicians, do some NFT drops, on OpenSea, and OpenSea has some ridiculous small file size limit, like 30 megabytes or something, right? And so Vault allows us who are creating large sets of media for our fans to consume. Vault allows us to do that. So if I want to drop a full music video, like the full MP4 download, I can do that through Vault, right?
Yeah, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, we don't support downloads. It's all in app, but you could certainly put in a
Okay.
link to a download. Just a small clarifier there.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay, got you. Yeah, and then we've talked a little bit about potentially using Vault.Fan for ticketing too. So tell me about that use case.
Yeah, absolutely. This is actually perfect timing because
Mhm.
Tuesday this week we actually hosted a live showcase in New York City at the Mercury Lounge, and we had um, a few artists there. We partnered with Sad Boy Records out of Canada, and we had Kaisa, who had her breakout song Hideaway a few years back, along with Jordan Hart and Amanda Francis. Um, and it was a free event, but what we did is right when you walk in the door, you could scan this QR code to claim your NFT, which has recordings of the concert, some behind the scenes, and etc. So it can certainly be used for ticketing. Like we could have used the NFT as the ticket for the event. For us, we wanted to make it more open, and whoever came can claim that NFT, kind of like a POAP. And that NFT has the utility of that rich behind the scenes content and all that
Mhm.
the fan might want. Ticketing, super interesting. We're in pretty deep product development with dynamic ticketing. So like QR codes that move, so it can't be screenshotted and shared. It's if you own the vault, you have this unique dynamic QR code. So we're pretty deep in product discovery, not totally there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it could get really interesting, especially like at live showcases, at tours.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe vault holders could get VIP access to meet and greets, or early entrance to the venue. So, it could get really interesting and creative with ticketing on that angle.
Mm-hmm. So I found out about you guys through an artist named Daramola, who I've helped manage. Daramola is a producer for Keisha and uh, the Social Club Misfits, and so he's done some work with you guys. And I'm going to be holding an NFT meetup in Venice, California, in January, and so I decided to eat some of my own dog food here, as they say in the software industry, and I'm going to be using Vault, or I am using Vault to ticket the event, and I'm going to have some probably downloads and things like that that you'll be able to access, or video files, that kind of thing, of the event after the fact for the people who buy tickets. And so I'm looking forward to kind of getting used to the platform, seeing what its capabilities are. And the other thing too, I think we should mention is that you guys are based on Solana, right? Just exclusively on
Yeah,
Solana.
that's right.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Now, is there a technical choice? Do you know the technical reasons why you guys chose Solana?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So the main reason we jumped on Solana is, and I'll take a step back in terms of our
Hmm.
product.
Hmm.
We really put that fan experience ahead of NFTs. We think with the
Hmm.
blockchain and NFTs, so a lot of benefits economically to the artists, such as the kickbacks on secondary sale royalties.
Hmm.
Um, but really, to make this a proper fan experience, we want it to be in the hands of true fans, which means that they have to be in a reasonable price range, right? So just like a CD or a record, we wanted this to be affordable so fans can participate. So what that means to us is Volts, for a music album, let's say, or an EP drop, this might be in the price range of 20 to $50,
Hmm.
priced in USD. And when that's on Ethereum or another chain with immense gas fees, at
Mm.
scale, that just doesn't work when you're paying $100 in gas fee for a $40 product.
I see.
So
Gotcha.
Solana, the main thing for us is they're light years ahead in terms of um, gas fees. They're cheap, they're
Hmm.
fast. They could process over 65,000 transactions a second.
Hmm.
And what's really, really important to us is that they're carbon neutral, super green, and that a
Hmm.
transaction uses less energy than
Hmm.
to Google searches, which is really amazing. I know Ethereum is getting there with the merge coming up, but
Hmm.
for us, Solana is already there. So we were really excited to jump onto Solana.
Hmm. Okay, great. That's great info to know. Um, and so then, are there any other like use cases that you guys see for Vault going forward, beyond? I mean, obviously, it's targeting artists. We talked a little bit about it. Is there any other unique use cases you guys see going forward with the code that you have?
Yeah, totally. We're in pretty deep conversations as well,
Hmm.
in building out a more protocol layer.
Hmm.
So this content doesn't just live in our app. Other people could build on this protocol and content could be viewed elsewhere. So we're pretty deep there. And in terms of use cases with the actual vault itself, it's really up to the creativity
Hmm.
of the artist, of the creator. And one thing that I like to say is like, when I'm talking to a musician, I'm like, hey, do you consider yourself to be a musician, a performer, an artist, a storyteller,
Hmm.
etc.? And odds are, most creative people in the entertainment industry are very
Hmm.
multidisciplinary, and they have more to offer than just one source of media, whether that's just MP3s or music videos or
Hmm.
photos and video. There's a whole story to tell, and a vault can truly capture that, unlike, I don't know, TikTok per se, or Instagram or other social medias. So this is a way to package up quality. And with that, I think there's a lot of use cases that artists can break into that we haven't seen yet. Um, I'm excited. We've talked to I mean, beyond just music, and the use
Mm.
cases there, we've talked to poets and authors who like, what if when they create their book, they upload a page a day or a chapter a week, and it's kind of
Mm.
like watching a Netflix series, but in a vault,
Right.
and you get to experience this live as it's created. Like rather
Mm.
than watching the Michael Jordan documentary after the fact of his career, what if you could experience it live with him, take part in a community, get all this content as it's created,
Mhm.
in one destination and in one spot. So that's kind
Mhm.
of the idea there. So we're excited to see where use cases break out, particularly in music. But I think there's going to be a lot more that we're going to find at the end of the day.
Mhm. And another thing that I thought was unique, a cool feature that you guys offer is the ability to, have some sort of like, before you even buy the vault, you can have some sort of like introductory message or video or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So once a creator or a musician creates their vault, what they do is they can put in a track and like a welcome video essentially, and that will be
Mhm.
featured on our webpage and in the app. So before you buy it, you could kind of get like a preview, get your expectations set of, what am I getting into?
Mhm.
What can I expect and beyond.
Yeah, yeah, very, very cool. Awesome. And then if I'm using my vault, like you mentioned, community, I think I had asked somebody on Twitter from your company about the social aspects of Vault, and I understand that that's coming at some point. Like once people buy my Vault, um, today I don't have really a means of reaching out to them, but hopefully though that's coming at some point.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a great question that we're in deep conversations with. Where do we want community to live? Whether that's in
Hmm.
the app, whether that's separate.
Hmm.
Um, one one feature that we're really taking into consideration when speaking with artists is a lot of them jumping into the NFT space have like creator burnout from trying to beat the algorithm constantly on TikTok or Twitter or
Right.
whatever that is.
Right. Yeah.
And the algorithm has its benefits. Not to speak down on it, of course, but
Hmm.
at the same time, it's tough to constantly beat that. So we're considering,
Hmm.
do we want an interaction in the app natively or
Hmm.
maybe make that an option, or whether we take that off the app.
Hmm.
It's totally possible to have a token gated Discord based off of whether key holders own
Oh yeah.
that NFT.
Right.
And there's other options as well. So we're still early to those discussions,
Hmm.
but it's an interesting one to be had for sure.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, very, very cool. Okay, Craig. So where can we find everything from Vault to your social media, and how do we get in touch with both entities?
Yeah, absolutely. So, first off, one thing I want to say is that Vault is super receptive to feedback. We want to hear from creators, musicians, managers, etc. We want to hear feedback so we could build with you and not just for you. So, with that said, you could find us on our website, Vault.Fan, FAN.
Hmm.
Our Twitter is Vault App, VAULT APP underscore.
Hmm.
Um, and my personal Twitter is CBruder89, CBRUDER 89. Feel free to reach out, hit the DMs. Super happy to chat, jump on a call.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks so much, Craig. And I look forward to, like I said, eating my own dog food with Vault and all the lessons I'm going to learn. So I'll definitely be in touch.
Yeah, thank you so much, Derek. Super happy to be here. Thank you for having me. And I'm really excited to see that event come through.
Okay. Well, we'll do this again here soon.
Awesome. Sounds great.